they are adopted by the House.
So
we will not be receiving the draft.
Noted, Chair.
But, Dr. we've been together in this, and I think this is one of the Public Accounts Committees that I personally have a lot of confidence in. The auditors also told us that you have engaged them.
Yes.
What has been the constraint, also bearing in mind the matter, that matter in Nairobi, which you are well aware of on constitutional timelines? How do you see your committee progressing?
Chair, I want to note that this committee has really tried to be current. We had a big backlog, 28 reports for the previous Second Assembly that had not been handled. And I want to report that we are current to date. The matter, in fact, for the receipt of revenue statement we're going to look at today, we have done extensive engagement, which I think at the appropriate time we'll be able to give our position, our findings for the purpose of this particular engagement. Thank you, Chair.
Dr. you know that whatever you're doing now is academic. In terms of binding recommendations, in terms of the timelines, the governor and his team can easily be hostile, even though they shouldn't be, because you have the power to summon any person.
Yes.
So they should never use that as an excuse.
No.
But in terms of the binding effect of your recommendations, you are a bit late.
Thank you, Chair. I've noted that. We've said that we have the draft reports, which we should be able to table when we resume our sessions, Chair.
Okay, unless there's a member who wishes to advise the Public Accounts Committee, we can get Senator SIFUNA, Senator Ambua, and Senator Sosi also as a chair, if there's something you want to share.
Well, Chair, mine is just to register my sincere appreciation for that committee of the public accounts in Busia County. I think the people of Busia are second only to the people of Nairobi in picking quality members of the county assembly. Very well spoken, Daktari.
Is that with the tongue in cheek?
My tongue is in my cheek. I don't know what you mean. But it is impressive, Honorable Chair, and we would want to commend this particular committee in Busia. You sound like you know what you're doing with the little guidance, because even for us in the Senate, the decision by the courts threw us off, and we had to arrange for a special event for us to be able to table all those reports so that the governors do not run away from accountability. And Chair, I know that we have a session with the Speaker or the Assembly itself. We will also have a discussion about prioritizing those reports so that they don't fall outside of that binding nature of the recommendations. But other than that, I'm very impressed. Daktari, which constituency do you come from?
Teso South. Teso South.
I have noted that as,
yes.
As SG of ODM.
Thank you.
Let me give guidelines. Party titles were left at the door because they might be misused in these proceedings.
Thank you, Chair, for that guidance.
Thank you. Senator Wambua.
Thank you, Chair. I would have said that SIFUNA has spoken for me, but now when he invoked Nairobi, then I have to retreat my submission and say, yes, I think the County Assembly of BUSIA are within the timelines, in which case actually will make the work of this committee here very, very easy. We'll be able to collaborate better if all of us are on the same page. As for the constituency that will come from, as the chief advisor to one Honorable Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, I take note.
I think people are misusing the fora and podia that I'm giving them. Yeah, so let's stick to the accounting issues. Senator Osotsi, I don't know what your experience is with the Assembly with regards to the other accounts for special funds.
Well, I think I concur with your committee chair that this particular County Assembly Committee is doing a very good job. Every time they have appeared before my committee, they have been tabling their reports, and their reports are in time. Maybe this particular one, as he says, could be due to time constraint. And I think this is something that other county assemblies should learn. I've only seen 2 county assemblies, I think BUSIA and Kisumu, whose Public Accounts Committee are doing a wonderful job. But the rest don't even appear when they're invited to appear alongside the governor. So I think it's also an issue about the governor, because the Busia County and I think Kisumu County have been very facilitative compared to other counties. So Governor, I think you have so far done a good job in ensuring that your county assembly appears to the Senate alongside yourself. And you know, Busia County is county number 1 for our party ODM. So we are setting standards.
Order. When we leave this room, I'll revert to my position as a member of ODM, but I think for now, let's focus on the numbers. County Assembly, we are here not just to grill, but we're also here to help you build your capacity. And that's why it's important for Senate to come mashinani. And when we'll be having our conversations, if there are challenges, the executive not honoring summons and all those issues, please share with us and we can find a way of helping you to overcome those obstacles. So for now that we have gotten the report from the County Assembly, let the Senate do its work. We'll start with the report of the Receiver of Revenue. On the report of the Receiver of Revenue, the Senate did not make specific recommendations because we were operating under pressure of time. And therefore, the Senate took the position that it agreed with the Auditor General on all the issues that the Auditor General had flagged. What we expect today, Governor, is what action you have taken to mitigate or to close or to correct the non-conformances that were raised by the Auditor General in the Receiver of Revenue statement. In the first 1 hour of our meeting today, we have spent a lot of time getting an update from the Office of the Auditor General. We will not go paragraph by paragraph. We will take a global view on the Receiver of Revenue. While looking at your report, Governor, members are concerned about your actual collection compared to the on-source revenue potential of Busia County. Parliamentary Budget Office, what is the estimated OSR potential for Busia County?
Chair, the estimated revenue potential for Busia County is 2.2 billion. Because of the position taken by the committee, this excludes the revenue collected by health facilities.
That excludes health facilities?
Yes, because of the position taken by the committee, yes, Chair.
And yet, the governor's collection, inclusive of health facilities, is 357 million. What percentage is that of the county's potential?
It should be minus health.
Yeah, it's minus health.
If we were to subtract health, which was 119 million, because if you subtract health, you have 236 million versus 2.2 billion. That's just 10% of your potential. Governor, do you own 2.2 billion as your revenue potential? It is a figure that was worked on by the Commission on Revenue Allocation, a constitutional body.
Chair, I know that we have got potential, maybe not within the range of 2.2 billion, but I'm aware that of some revenue streams that we can quickly bring on board. And maybe I'll also be asking this Senate to help us in actualizing some of them. Chair, you know we are a border county. And just like being a border county, if you look at it, what happens in Mombasa in terms of export, nearly 70% of it transits through BUSIA here to Eastern Central Africa. But Chair, in terms of the county itself, because of that unique position that we are in as a border county, you'll find that we are not truly participating in that kind of economy, either because of some legal issues, like we used to collect some money from transiting trailers. But because of so many other factors, like the one-point border stop, the international treaties, that was stopped. And currently, through the Assembly, we try to pass an act that would allow us to collect some of those revenue streams, but we hit a headwind when we were told to stop it until we do some further consultations, and that was entry fee for trailers. And if you look, like we have got almost 1,000, or is it 2,000 or 3,000? 1,800 trailers that transit here per day. Even if you do at 500 or 1,000 that had been proposed, then you will find that that will be giving us a very significant revenue. So we are still in the process, and Chair, during the leadership meeting, I pleaded through your speaker that maybe we will need a little bit of support to even our county assembly to revisit that act and see how best, what amendments we can do that may not be in conflict with what was being said, our international obligations. Because we had started collecting that time, I think, almost 1 million shillings per day. Was it? Yeah? When we were effecting that law, we had started collecting almost 1 million shillings per day. But when we stopped, then that just dried up. And that can be seen from our previous revenue stream. So that is one area. Another area we have been struggling with, Chair, is to come up with the infrastructure that can support making BUSIA a logistics hub. And these are issues of trailer parks and all this. And these have been there. But either because of a lot of litigation issues that we have been having and land issues, we have been unable to actualize. Even the one where we have tried to go into public-private partnerships, you will find that we have got matters in court. So it even makes investors very shy. So that has not been done. And I'm sure if you'll have opportunity, you'll be visiting one in Mundika to see what the investor had put in, and then he had to go slow because of court issues. So we also needed to be very clear on some of those things. So those are direct revenue streams. Secondly, Chair, we were to collect quite a bit of cess, especially from the sugar sector, the sugarcane sector. But we're all aware of what has been happening in that sector, the challenges it has been facing. But now it is being revamped, and I think from our records, there's a bit of improvement, if I'm not mistaken, in that area of sugarcane cess sector. So because that's also another major potential area. Chair, another one is that we have come up with a program to try and alleviate poverty also in this area. If you look at our poverty index, it has been one of the highest, but compared to our potential, we should not be in that kind of category. Now, what we are doing is trying to mainstream a lot of our people into the cash economy, because that is the only time then they can be able, you know, to pay some form of taxes. And this we are doing through some programs that you'll be able to see, you know, revamping the cooperative societies that were the engines of development. If you look at it, the cotton industry collapsed here. That was the main cash crop. We are looking at some of our edible oil crops like groundnuts, that can really not only just contribute to the country's economy, but in the process help us also raise some of those resources. And lastly, Chair, maybe if you allow me so that I don't lose my theme, is recently we were able to be incorporated in the signing of the larger BUSIA metropolis. That is between BUSIA Kenya and BUSIA Uganda. Because what we do this side, if the Ugandan side nothing is happening, then you will find there is no synergy. And even what is happening in Mombasa. If we're improving efficiencies in the ports of Mombasa and the exit point in terms of the infrastructure here in BUSIA is not okay, then, you know, we are not able to reap the full benefit. So I tend to believe the signing of that MOU on the larger BUSIA metropolis is going to open up the infrastructure and the potential of the service industry in this area. So in short, just share, maybe that's the kind of issue I can look at, because when we talk about this 2.2 billion, and as you said, if we leave out the health sector, then we are saying which ones should be the mainstream. The mainstream is just our potential as a border county. Thank you, Chair.
So let's move from the global to the specific, yes, guided by the receiver of revenue report.
Yes. And Chair, just before you do that, I wanted to understand from the COB, when they set this target of 2.2 billion, do we say as a committee have visibility on the individual revenue streams that would then make up that 2.2? To be a significant guide to the entity on where the potential actually is.
Ibio? Are the parameters listed? Because from my experience, CRA does not do potential on the basis of additional novel taxes. It's on the basis of taxes that county governments are allowed by law to levy.
Yeah, so Chair, for instance,
So it's beyond the what the governor is explaining.
If the